50 Cent just went ahead and leaked something that got the entire industry shook. I'm talking Elon Musk's private statements about Diddy's prison situation, and trust me, this rabbit hole goes deeper than anything we've seen before. Look, everybody been focused on Diddy, the raids, the charges, the trial, the sentence, but here's what Elon Musk and 50 Cent been trying to tell us. Diddy is just the distraction. He ain't the real boss. He never was. And 50 Cent been dropping hints for months now, while Elon Musk jumped in with receipts. And when these two team up, man, it's over. Because the real power behind all this? It makes the Epstein list look like child's play. And the industry been looking at the wrong target this whole time. While y'all been watching Diddy, the real puppet master's been moving in silence. So now, this is where it gets wild, because Elon Musk allegedly teaming up with 50 Cent and why. To expose who really controls this empire from the shadows. Think about what each of them brings to the table. 50 Cent got the documentaries. He got the party exposure, he been in them rooms, while Elon got the data, the receipts, the private DMs from X, and he can see everything. So 50 been working on the Reckoning documentary series, and he ain't just exposing Diddy, he's exposing the system and Elon. Man owns the platform where all these celebrities and politicians been talking reckless in them DMs, and he got access to years of conversations. So remember when Elon went on Joe Rogan and called out Jennifer Lopez? Said she warned everybody about Trump but never warned nobody about Diddy, even though she dated the man? And that wasn't random. That was intentional, because Elon questioning her credibility, questioning her silence, and the internet went crazy, because everybody started asking. Either she didn't know, or she stayed silent. And if she stayed silent, WHO was she protecting? So 8, now listen close, cause this is where minds get blown, because there's a pyramid, 3 levels, and Diddy. He ain't even on it. At the bottom level, you got Jay-Z and yeah, you heard that right. Jay and Bey at the bottom, not the top. So let that sink in, because Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan and made serious allegations about Jay-Z and Diddy. She called them monsters, said they've been running tyranny in the industry for decades. And you know what happened? That episode got deleted within 48 hours. Banned, removed. Why? Because she started asking questions about Aaliyah, about R. Kelly. She went on CBS and called out Gayle King for interviewing Jay-Z and not asking about Aaliyah or R. Kelly. No questions, just softball stuff. And then there's that Aaliyah plane crash theory that refuses to die, the allegations. That Aaliyah was seen as a threat, that Jay-Z allegedly got her on that faulty plane, the motive? Rejection, clearing space for. And Jay-Z has never addressed these rumors, not once. But here's what made everybody pay attention. Because when Diddy got charged and victims started coming forward, guess who showed up? Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's lawyer. And he started representing some of Diddy's victims. So let me repeat that. Jay-Z's personal attorney is now representing Diddy's accusers. Insiders saying it's damage control. They scared Diddy gonna name names. And if he does? Powerful people gonna fall. And allegedly, Jay-Z wants silence. Then there's the Big L situation. Big L introduced Jay-Z to Dame Dash. Rockefeller negotiations started happening. Days later, Big L gets killed in Harlem. Murder? Still unsolved. And Jaguar calls it the first mysterious death. So now we going up, the middle level, with the puppet masters, the ones controlling beyond artists and labels, Oprah Winfrey and Clive Davis. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of media, multiple photos with Harvey Weinstein, professional closeness. She knew about the rumors, everybody knew, but silence. Because survivors needed her platform, they needed her voice. But she protected the system. Then there's that South Africa school scandal, $40 million investment, assault. Allegations against a dorm matron. Oprah fires staff and cries publicly, but critics saying the story don't add up. Did she know more than she let on? And old photos resurfacing now, Oprah at elite parties with everybody. Jaguar Wright and Dr. Umar Johnson been talking about her alleged career-destroying influence, power that operates in silence. And then there's Clive Davis, the industry godfather, founder of Arista Records, launched Legends, came out as bisexual, long history of influence, and Suge Knight made wild claims, said Clive and Diddy's relationship went beyond business. Alleged lovers, not just partners, claimed they had direct conversations about it. So a reporter asked Clive about Diddy publicly. You know what happened? Clive got nervous, refused to answer, just walked away. That reaction. That fueled everything. And then there's Whitney Houston. 2 days before she died, she had a fight with Clive. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. Alleged drug dealer involvement. Family claims she was beaten. Murder theory still persists. But here's the question nobody can answer. Why has Clive never been charged? Decades of rumors, no arrests, no charges. People believe Diddy is just the fall guy. Now we at the top, the name nobody expected, the one that goes beyond music. Straight to the pulpit, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Let me say that again for the people in the back, T.D. Jakes. So 50 Cent been dropping hints for months, social media posts, subliminals, theory? Corruption reaches the pulpit, and it's bigger than Epstein. Think about it, why would Diddy need T.D. Jakes? He needed legitimacy, he needed spiritual cover, he needed respectability. In the Reckoning documentary, Part 4 had some strategic editing. T.D. Jakes clips placed right next to Little Rod's testimony. T.D. Jakes' sermon footage. Viewers believe it was deliberate, and Cat Williams said in 2024, all lies will be exposed. No exceptions. Everyone included. When allegations started flying, T.D. Jakes responded. He said, keep it moving, mentioned repentance hypothetically, claimed innocence, but the response? It sparked backlash. People saying the response sounded guilty, cause innocent people deny, they don't deflect. Jaguar Wright made claims, said there's only 2 reasons for attending Diddy parties. Money or free coughs. She claims Cassie gave evidence to the feds, videos, audio recordings, powerful figures implicated. Multiple male escorts came forward. Corroborating stories, claims that T.D. Jakes slept with men, an underage assault allegation resurfaced, a lawsuit being prepared. Hush money allegations, parents allegedly paid in 2015, victim now grown, seeking justice, no longer speaking to parents. Gene Deal asked the question everybody thinking, why would T.D. Jakes attend parties with drinking, fornication, same-sex activity? His answer? Involvement is the only explanation, and Gene Deal claims tapes will drop. No speculation left, evidence will speak. So now let's talk about what's happening right now. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Geragos, came out and said something terrifying. Diddy is already a target in MDC Brooklyn. There was an attempted weapon attack on Diddy. It didn't succeed, but it happened, Diddy asking people for help. Geragos explained, violence is common in prison. People get hurt, people get killed. High profile, wealthy inmates? They face higher risk. But here's where Jaguar Wright says something crucial. She rejects that man of God narrative Diddy's PR been pushing. She says Diddy worshiped the devil. Now Jaguar making a serious point here. She says 50's documentary paints Diddy as the only villain, other involved people erased, and that isolation? It makes Diddy more vulnerable. Standing alone is dangerous. Making Diddy the sole target don't protect him. It leaves him exposed inside prison. She admits some documentary points are true, especially around the Quad Studios shooting. But the issue? Lack of full context. The omissions weren't accidental. The documentary choices felt intentional. What was left out? The biggest issue wasn't what was shown, it was what was removed. Others involved were quietly excluded. One man framed as center of everything. Story feels polished, controlled, isolating one villain. It creates danger. Information released after verdict and sentencing, but documentary was announced before trial, before raids, before arrests. The documentary had footage that wasn't available at the time. Jaguar says it didn't feel like luck, it felt planned. Footage showed legal strategy discussions, conversations about counterclaims, shaping headlines before charges. That footage briefly appeared, then vanished. Jaguar asks, who lost it and who found it? Now we gotta ask the real question. Why does 50 Cent want to destroy Diddy so bad? Gene Deal gave context. 50 was writing for artists, working behind the scenes, building momentum in New York, expected to be the next big thing. Sly Diggler said Diddy always needed control. Actions felt strategic, not casual. Then came the choice that stood out. Diddy got involved with 50 Cent's child's mother. Out of everyone, he chose someone close to 50. Why that choice felt intentional? Diddy had unlimited options. Women constantly approached him. The choice felt deliberate. Sly interprets it as revenge, says it wasn't coincidence, felt like payback. Now this is where it gets dark. Sly talking about locations. He says he never went to big mansions. Meetings happened in hotels. Payments? First time was paid. Payment changed afterward based on how long sessions lasted. Sessions started at night, continued into the next day, sometimes lasted most of the day. Texts stayed normal and casual. Once received money for a hotel. Occasional meetups if in town. One quick LA encounter. Everything arranged fast, ended quickly. Small details felt off. Marijuana didn't taste normal. Sly says he knew real weed, especially from being in law. He didn't describe coercion or crime initially, described parties and money afterward. Nothing felt illegal at the time, but when asked directly, he admitted he felt taken advantage of. After the case, contact stopped. No check-ins, no friendship. Relationship ended when usefulness ended. When asked if he'd go back for money, his answer stood out. Some accuse 50 of snitching, exposing Diddy, especially them Tupac and Keith D clips. But Gene Deal defends 50, believes 50 didn't make final calls, thinks blame is misplaced. Gene used to think people defended Diddy because of access, power, lifestyle. But now? Gene believes defenders see themselves in Diddy. They're defending the behavior, not the man, and those defending the behavior? They being exposed now. Elon and Joe Rogan discussed Epstein, billionaires backing Kamala Harris, alleged fear of Epstein list release. When Joe Rogan asked about Reid Hoffman's discomfort, Elon answered, yes, the comparison between Diddy and Epstein. Filming powerful people, control through compromise. Question is, who supplied victims? Melinda Gates cited Epstein relationship as one reason for divorce. She felt evil presence, suggests deeper knowledge. Dave Chappelle warned about the industry, described it as a monster. Me Too connection, plantation analogy. Even Chappelle felt trapped. This is crazy. Diddy allegedly had 250 hidden cameras in his house. Freak-off parties were fully recorded. Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal confirm blackmail purpose. Tapes allegedly being shopped around Hollywood. Major celebrities are panicking. This is why Elon Musk changes everything. He owns X, has access 2 years of private. Celebrity and political DMs. When Elon called out J-Lo on Joe Rogan, it wasn't random, it was strategic. Either she didn't know or stayed silent, and silence raises questions about protection and loyalty. Now here's where the title of this whole thing comes together, because in June 2025, 50 Cent posted AI-generated images on Instagram showing himself with Trump and Elon Musk. It wasn't just trolling, it was sending a message. The caption said, "So what happened with Elon heard he let some punk punch him in the face," referring to Elon's black eye that he claimed came from playing with his 5-year-old son. But nobody believed that story, especially after Elon and Trump had their public falling out over electric vehicle tax credits that Trump cut in a Republican spending bill. Elon slammed the bill, threatened to fund Democratic challengers. Trump warned of serious consequences, accused Elon of disrespecting the presidency. The conflict escalated with social media jabs, threats to end government contracts with Musk's companies, and Tesla's market value dropped $150 billion. Elon later walked back some comments saying, "I regret some of my posts about President at real Donald Trump last week. They went too far." But here's the real tea. Elon escalated things by posting on X that Trump was tied to Jeffrey Epstein, saying at real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Have a nice day, GGT. Then 50 posted another AI image of himself on a plane talking to Musk with the caption, "Hey man, I think you should talk to Donald. He really don't give a expletive." This wasn't just 50 being petty, this was 50 playing mediator between two of the most powerful men in the world, while simultaneously exposing the connections between Trump, Epstein, Diddy, and the entire elite power structure. December 2025 update shows Elon allegedly made comments about 50's Netflix Diddy documentary, calling it an interesting business model, turned controversy into content, outrage into subscriptions, and suddenly everyone's an activist. Guess the algorithm. Loves drama more than truth. 50 didn't even blink, clapped back with boardroom-level disrespect, saying, "Elon, I sell stories, you sell promises. My doc makes money now. Yours keeps saying coming next year. While you're rebranding tweets, I'm rebranding checks. Netflix paid me, the internet paid attention. That's called execution." Then 50 hit the kill switch. "You build rockets that miss timelines, I drop content that hits accounts. Different lanes, same scoreboard." This exchange proves 50 and Elon ain't just casually beefing, they're in a strategic dance, both exposing different parts of the same corrupt system. This story ain't over. More names coming, more tapes leaking, truth unfolding. Latest from December 2025. Diddy's legal team filed appeal for immediate release. They claiming judge ignored jury verdict, acting like a 13th juror. Defense arguing that these type of offenses normally get 15 months or less, but judge gave 50 months based on that Cassie video and past violence. Prosecutors want him in prison until 2029. That's for more years. Meanwhile, speculation about prison safety growing. Mark Girago's confirmed weapon attack attempt, Diddy asking for help. On October 3, 2025, Judge Arun Subramanian sentenced Diddy to 4 years and 2 months in prison. That's 50 months plus a $500,000 fine and 5 years of supervised release. Diddy was found guilty of 2 counts of transportation for purposes of prostitution under the Mann Act, but was acquitted of the more serious charges, racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Prosecutors had asked for 11 years. Defense asked for 14 months, including time served. Judge split the difference but leaned toward prosecution. In court, Diddy spoke for the first time, saying, "Domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will have to forever carry. My actions were disgusting, shameful, and sick. I was sick from the drugs. I was out of control. I needed help, and I didn't get the help, and I cannot make no excuse." He continued, "I am just a human being. I was trying my best. I got lost in my excess and lost in my ego. Because of my decision, I lost my freedom and the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all of my businesses and lost my career and destroyed my reputation. And most of all, I lost my self-respect." But defense attorney Brian Steele called the sentence un-American, saying people get, God forbid, falsely accused of a crime. They go to trial, they have all the witnesses testify, credibility is determined, the jury reaches a verdict and finds in their favor, and then they get sentenced for the same exact conduct that the jury found that they did not commit. It seems un-American. Steele argued that since Diddy was not convicted on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, the judge should not have considered those elements in his sentence. November 2025 update. Diddy's prison release date got pushed back 1 month from May 8, 2028 to June 4, 2028, according to Federal Bureau of Prisons records. It's not clear why the release date changed, but it means he'll spend a little more than a month more behind bars than initially scheduled. Diddy recently transferred from MDC Brooklyn to FCI Fort Dix, a low-security federal correctional institution in New Jersey. He's not in general population, he's in the Special Drug Program Unit. If he completes it successfully, it could knock time off his sentence. Meanwhile, 50 Cent been busy. He warned Trump not to pardon Diddy, posting old clips of Diddy criticizing Trump with captions saying Diddy said some really bad things about Trump. "It's not okay. I'm gonna reach out so he knows how I feel about this guy. Donald doesn't take well to disrespect and doesn't forget who chooses to go against him. While working tirelessly to make America great again, there is no room for distraction. He would consider pardoning anyone who was being mistreated, not Puffy Daddy." August 2025. Trump confirmed that Diddy had asked to be pardoned, but the White House denied rumors that Trump was vacillating on commuting Diddy's sentence. Diddy's son, King Combs, threatened to slap the expletive Uta 50 Cent in a now-deleted tweet after the Reckoning documentary hit #1 on Netflix. Tensions were further fueled after reports suggested 50 purposely gave an interview about the documentary to ABC so Diddy could allegedly watch it from prison. 50 addressed the rumor on Instagram, posting a screenshot and writing, "I thought about it. What's wrong with that?" But 50 has previously insisted his issues don't extend to Diddy's children, revealing he's worked with King and Justin Combs on his projects. Industry silent, fear, complicity, or control. 50 Cent felt silence would equal endorsement. That's why he's speaking out. So here's what I'm asking y'all. Is TD Jakes the real top, or is someone even bigger hidden? Cause if what Elon and 50 exposing is true, we just scratching the surface. Next video. We going deeper. More names. Meek Mill, Ashton Kutcher, Naomi Campbell. The connections go everywhere. This is just the beginning. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't already. Turn on notifications, cause when them tapes drop, y'all gonna wanna be here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.